My goodness.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Did you have to?
Yes.
You got the bars for days, man.
Charlie. What's
Charlie,
up?
it's so good to see you, bro. How are you?
Charlie, great. You know,
It's been so long.
Yes.
I don't know. I need to say it. I miss you. I miss hanging out with you.
Yeah, man.
You know,
man.
anytime we hang out, it's great vibes and great conversations. And
It's true.
but hey, better late than never. Now you're here.
I'm
and
here.
you came with good new music as well.
Yes.
Looking fly in your outfit. It's your outfit that I'm quite interested in for starters. Because it's first of all, is that olive green? What color is that?
I don't know.
I'm
blind.
Guys.
I think it's neon. It's neon green. I want.
Okay.
If it has another more exotic name, olive green. I never heard the expression before.
But yeah, neon sounds like it. I don't know, guys. You should check out the pictures on our Facebook page or something. Or check out the live video. We're live on Facebook, so you can actually check it out and tell me what it is. Okay. And what is that? Are those safety pins holding the?
So this thing actually
Safety.
It's a convertible.
It's a convertible outfit.
I can take this off.
Wow.
And I take this off and it's a crop top and the shorts.
Okay, yeah.
So I can keep this one, it becomes trousers and like a mini jacket or whatever.
No, you use the microphone. Yeah.
Or whatever it's trying to be.
Yeah. Wow. You've got a wild style. Like this is not like the wildest we've seen. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like you've got really wild styles.
Thank you.
So is it you or you decide to make statements?
I'll be honest, it's my wife. To tell you the truth, I don't know where this outfit came from.
You're serious?
I found it in the closet. She said, I made it for you. A designer in Kumasi made it. Wear it. And I say, I'll wear it.
And
so
you
everything, all the strange things that you see me wear is my wife. She is the trouble.
Annika.
Yes.
I mean,
it's like,
we need Annika in the studio to come and explain some of these things because Charlie, we are lost.
you know that One Love the Kobolo.
Mm-hmm.
His corruption is from Mensa. Mensa is the one. Mensa is the one spoiling. It's the same situation.
That's the situation with you. I see. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
I think you're probably one of the most consistent artists. This is like 3 decades, bro.
Yes, almost.
Almost 30 years in music.
Yes.
And you
I still get nominations, get awards. I still get
awards,
one.
you know.
Yes.
And you're going like you just started.
I know. Sometimes even when I meet young artists, they ask me, how do you do it? And I tell them that I pretend I'm young. I go back to being naive. I go back to a fresh start. I go to the gym to be young, to feel young in my body. And then things like that. I work with young people. I take advice from young people. I sack the old people in my team, replace them with 20-year-olds, and listen to them and watch them, beat me around here and we're forget it. And fat.
Wow.
So I listen to all that and then they inspire me. And
I mean, who would have thought that almost 50 years of age, they're almost 50, right?
Yes, almost 50.
Almost 50 years of age, you'll be the model for a boxer short brand. Who would have, like the guys at TMZ will say, who would have thunk?
I know.
Almost 50 years, you're actually bare-chested, showing your abs, and wearing boxer shorts.
I'm telling you.
With your little man dangling in there.
I know. That wasn't me. That was my double, was my AI.
In fact, my bad. I can't call it a little man because what I saw doesn't look little.
I'm telling you, the boxer shorts has cotton inside.
Oh, okay.
To help you hold your thing because we are Africans.
Right.
And
we're endowed naturally,
exactly.
Isn't it?
So the thing is padded.
Yeah.
So it's like a man Brazilian the padded ones that gives them a boost.
Yeah.
Similar, So it wasn't all me.
It wasn't all you.
Yes.
Okay, the ladies believe that. But boy, oh boy, Love Equation by OK.
Yeah.
How's it doing as well?
It's doing great.
Great. I need to purchase my first set.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Because it's biodegradable.
Is
and,
it?
Yes, and the material that we use is a recycled material from beech trees.
Okay.
You know, that's fallen down and things like that. So it's 90%, you know, cotton produced by beech trees.
Wow.
Yes, and it's for people with sensitive skin and people with class.
Wow.
So we don't have any label. We replace the label with just a stamp, and it's biodegradable. So it's eco-friendly. You use 30% less water.
Yeah.
If you are wearing my boxer shorts.
Yeah.
You know, for climate change, and then also it will last you maybe 3 years if you don't put it in a washing machine and you just hand wash, line dry.
Yeah.
You have it forever.
Wow.
Yes.
This is good stuff. Well, if you're just joining in, it's Okyeame Kwame here on Joy 99.7 FM. We will talk about your activism and the many other things that you've been up to, because one moment you're selling houses and you're marketing way lead, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And then there's boxer shorts and there's this and that. And then another time you're actually talking about spiritualism and spirituality and all of those. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so much to this guy. And I just wonder, really, now what motivates you? Like, how do you see life now? Do you see yourself as a musician now?
I think now in the hierarchy of things I do, I think the one that has top of mind awareness all the time is I'm a father.
Okay.
That one is more important than anything I do now. Because those two children, they didn't ask me to bring them here. You know, so I brought them here. It's my responsibility to make sure that they grow well, get the right education, the right profession, and integrate them into the society as moral, ethical agents.
Right.
You know, so for that one, that's top of mind. But beneath that is I'm still a musician. My primary energies go into creating bars, writing lines.
Yeah.
It is more important to me than almost everything else.
Right.
You know, but beneath that is love. I think the world has given me so much creativity. I've been blessed with a beautiful family, with a great wife, great friends like yourself. I'm loved by media. I'm loved by people. I've had a sustained career over the years. I've done brand associations, banks, you know, MTN, this one, UN. My life has been well lived.
Yeah.
You know, and what do I give back? Love. Because I realize that the love that I seek to see in the world is inside you, is inside everyone, but there's also a lot of that light in me.
Yeah.
So, and I can't control anyone else. The only one I can control to put that light in the world is me. So I'm trying to put that light in the world.
Good stuff. Let's talk music for starters. Is it harder now to make music than when you were much younger? And especially because, look, there are a lot of new talent coming out almost every month or year or something here in Ghana. The music has changed totally from what you were used to 20 years ago.
True. So, if you had asked me this question 8 years ago or 10 years ago, I would have said yes. It's harder because I was competing. I was trying to make music to follow the trends, to lead the trends, or to be a part of the trends.
Okay.
But now I don't. I just make music I love. If you are intelligent and sophisticated enough to vibe with it, fine. If you are not, don't listen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're not worried about the numbers or
No, not at all. That's why I keep telling people that it's worrying about the numbers that depressed me. You know, so, and when we come out of depression, you're either wounded or wise. It made me wise, if I can say so about myself.
Yeah.
And therefore, I realized that seeking external validation for what you are doing is just nonsense. It is just putting yourself on the path to hurt yourself.
I can hear the guys in the back preach.
Yes. So that you release a song,
yeah,
and then you are going on YouTube. How many people subscribed? How many people do? I didn't even get 2 million and I didn't get only 2 million people on Instagram, and this man on Twitter. Someone said this about me on Twitter. 2 people did not like what I've done on Facebook, and therefore I'm going crazy. It doesn't make sense, because when I'm making music, there's not a single DJ in this whole country who has signed a deal with me. Okyeame, make music, I'll play it for you. So if I make music and DJs don't play it, they didn't like it. There's no beef. There's no complaining. I'll go and make another one. If they like it, fine. Hey, thank you guys for playing it. I'll make another one. They don't like it. They didn't like it. So it took me a long time to get here. So now, if you realize my new song with with Eugene. It is a complete Adwa song recorded with an Adwa ensemble.
Yeah.
And where everyone is doing Afrobeat, this one trap, that no. I felt like creating an Adwa song. I created an Adwa, and once it is authentic, the many people, the few people who can identify with that, they will celebrate it so much that you've achieved your goal.
Well, luckily for you, a lot of people are loving it. Guys, if you haven't heard it, check it out. The great new song from Okyeame Kwame and Kwame Eugene. It's called No Competition. My goodness, you have seen K Fresh in the studio. My goodness, Adwa at its finest. Look, I think, Joy, we've got the best dancers in the house. Like, you know what I mean? I've done a good job training these guys.
I've seen you dance in a video before.
Calm down.
Yes,
calm
okay,
down.
okay,
Calm down. I said by No, but this is a masterpiece. And there's a reason why I played Mr. Versatility earlier.
Yes.
And that's actually the point that you were actually making now, that you're in a league of your own. Like, there are certain things you do that some artists would never dare.
It's true.
You know, like that particular record, Mr. Versatility, and how you put different genres in one song and whatnot. Look at you, doing an Adwa record that still pops.
Yes, you know. That comes to tell us that you must not follow the trends. You mustn't. You need to create something that is original.
Yeah.
And there are so many original audience out there looking for alternatives. People looking for something else to vibe with, you know. So, don't be afraid.
But you know, this song, the reason why I like it. One of the reasons why I like it as well, aside the fact that it's Adwa and whatnot, there's a flute pattern in there. There's a flute melody in there.
You are troublesome.
Do you know that song?
Yes, I do.
Can you sing it?
Yeah, Ghana for Mayoa.
Ghana
for Mayoa. Yeah, she G string, she G string.
The first time I heard it, I was like, wow, somebody made good use of something that takes me back to way when I was younger. You know, we used to sing the song.
I know, because, you know, lately, whatever I do, whether I'm making a Made in Ghana song or I am doing something, we are creating trade bazaars around the world. I try my best to bring something of our culture, our tradition, to reintroduce it to the young people.
Right.
You know, so because I think I played this song on one of the radio stations, and there was a young lady there who was the DJ, and the older folks were crazy about the melody in the song, but she asked, why don't I know it?
Yeah.
You know, and then they sang it to her, and now she knows it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy. Well, if you're listening in, you can WhatsApp us on 055-1111-997. My man Okyeame Kwame right in the studio talking about his great new song, which is called No Competition with Kwame Eugene. And it looks like you and Kwame have a very interesting synergy. You guys get into the studio and
that this song, like, we recorded it. We used 2 hours to record the whole song.
You're serious?
2 hours, yes. So he called me around 10:40. I'd sent him a melody for an Adwa song like that to produce for me, and then he posted. I sent the thing to him, and I wrote that we have to produce it like a fusion of Adwa and trap.
Okay.
And then he posted it on Instagram laughing that senior man said trap. Like thousands of comments under it. People were happy. They were teasing me. And so he said, okay, we'll do it. And then last week, Sunday, I think a day before my birthday, he called me at 10:40. He said, I have the idea. Let's do the song. So where are you? So I drove to his house. I got to his house almost at 11 o'clock. And by 2, so whenever I meet Kwame Eugene, we talk about everything. Marriage, we talk about children. He has so many questions to ask about marriage.
Okay.
You know, we talk about children, we talk about education. You know, I force all the young people to go back to uni.
Right.
That's one of the things I do. So we talk about education, we talk about music, the industry, and we talk about religion, spirituality. Wow. So we spend another 2 hours just vibing. And then around 12 or 1, We just did a song by 2 something. We're done. I was going home in the morning, and then we released the song 24 hours after the song was done.
You're kidding.
Yeah, so this whole song was done like 3 hours. The vibe between Kwame and I
is just a few. This last week.
Oh, this is last week.
Wow.
Yeah, so we redid it and we said that, I mean, this song has something. And if I'm going to wait to put it on the EP, by the time the EP comes out, it might be drowned.
Yeah.
But currently, let's put this one in because it's so just right for the time. So we used less than 2 days to finish recording the song, mix it, master it, and
throw it
publish
out there.
it. Yes.
Oh, Charlie, this is genius.
Thank you.
Then I think you're right. It's easier for you to make music now than before.
Now that I'm not afraid
that
people might judge it. I'm not afraid that it will compete. I'm not afraid that something else better than it will come and swallow it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just make them. You should hear the new EP.
Oh man.
I did
wait.
3 weeks before that. Released a song with Kenata.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it was a high life guitar
Right.
fusion. You know that song is called Sika. Please play it for my fans as well. You know,
I'll do that.
yes,
I'll do that.
You can
I'll
see
say.
that I'm also having a lot of fun in the song. It doesn't sound like any other song. It's just a song that we are doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Man, Charlie, this is cool. It's always interesting to vibe with you and get to know the thought processes that goes into your creations. But I'm just curious, though. I mean, you mentioned you have conversations with Kwame, Eugene about literally everything. What do you tell him about marriage?
Yeah, I tell him that it is the most intriguing thing in the world for me because I've done business, I've done academia thing, and I've been a father, and I've been married. I don't think that there's anything in the world, for me personally, which is more intriguing than to be married. Especially if you are fortunate enough to have an intelligent person that truly loves you. That person will tell you are full of shit when you are full of shit.
Language, sir.
Forgive me.
Yeah, you're not forgiving, guys. We are not forgiving Okyeame Kwame. You can't use this word like that. So, is there what? There's a fine, huh? Yes, we are fining him on behalf of the listener or Joy FM. We are fining you for using unprintable words.
I hope you forgive me, but I meant it in a good way.
Okay.
That a person that has promised to love you must be the one to tell you that. But you said you are a kind person. How could you do that to your partner?
Yeah.
How could you do that to the child? How could you do that to your business? And it is a bitter pill to swallow when the person who has promised to love you is telling you that you are weak, you are fake, you are not authentic. And that person knows that all your life what you promised to put into this world is these things, to be real, to be authentic, to be kind, and you do things subconsciously that are not kind, and then she's telling you. It is tough. But if you can get past your ego and accept that a better half or another side of you is helping you to observe yourself from a perspective that you have not been able to observe, it just ensures growth.
Yeah.
So marriage ensures growth, but it's a difficult process. It's tough. And then at a point when it's gone on for such a long time, I also tell him it gets boring because it's the same face, the same person, the same conversations, the same gossip, the same how was your day, the same sleep, the same wake up, the same. I don't want to be fined again.
No. But sex, you can say.
Yes, the same sex. Yeah, no.
See the way you say it with no confidence. I thought
Thank you for allowing me to say it. Thank you. So it gets boring, and with that boredom comes the temptation of seeking excitement outside.
Okay.
Which can now culminate into a lot of things that can eventually come and even affect your positioning in the society as a business, as a brand, because of what you have promised. You've done a song called Faithful already. And you have a girl at Legon. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Exactly. So these are the conversations that we have. He wants to know. You know, so
that's good.
These are the conversations. It's tough.
You know, when you were talking, I was smiling because Andy Dossi sends me a message. He says, Kwame has turned gangster now. As how come? Yeah, you see certain words already.
Yeah, Akwesi knows me. Akwesi knows that I'm a completely different person now.
Check it out. Okyeame Kwame and Kofi Kinata.
Yes.
Sika, enjoy. Kofi Kinata with the song Sika. Great song. You should check it out on our streaming platforms. It's a good song. You know, it actually leads me to my next question because, you know, earlier you talked about how now you're totally, you know, free to produce or create whatever it is you want to create, regardless of what the public thinks about it or what somebody says about it, you know. Isn't that affecting inflows? When I say inflows, and I mean revenue. Because if the songs are in the trends, it's making more money. It's, you know, you're getting noted for, you know, being a part of the trends and whatnot. But if you're unhinged and you don't care whether people will listen or people would, you know, check it out, how's that affecting finances and your inflow as a musician?
So I have come to realize that, see, the last time Mike Tyson came back into the ring, the reason why they beat him so many times was that he wasn't fighting out of passion and talent. He came to fight to find money to eat. So if you pay him $30 million to fight the strongest person, he will fight whether he's beaten or not. He got $30 million because he didn't have any more money. So I have realized that as an artist, if you are creating your music for purposes of finances or to be a part of the trends, the creativity is limited.
Okay.
You cannot create freely because creativity is to solve a problem, is to create a song. I wasn't thinking of Artist of the Year and awards and money and business deals. I was trying to create a song that someone, a child who is being maltreated by the stepmom, can listen to and feel for that 3 minutes. Feel that, yeah, Okyeame is telling my story. That a person who cannot pay his light bill can listen to and say, and just throw it away for that 5 minutes and escape that depressive state. So that is the purpose of creativity. I know that when you sit here to talk from 2 o'clock to 6 p.m., it is not because you'll be paid at the end of the month. It's because you imagine too many people or a lot of people, some working, some depressed, that you are sharing your energy and your experience with, to give them that joy that fills your heart.
Right.
So, and I'm telling you that the more the creativity is organic and comes from a non-commercial place, the more you make the money, and the happier you are. And even if, you know, that's the end. Plus, it doesn't take a lot of people to be able to eat well as an artist. If you have 2,000 fans, only 2,000 fans in Accra, Lexis. So if you have 2,000 fans in Accra,
right,
2,000 fans in Kumasi, 2,000 fans in Tamale, 2,000 fans in Takrade, 2,000 in Cape Coast, 2,000 in Wa, and you do 5 events, or you do 1 event each every year by yourself to these 6 places, and you get 100,000 cedis each. That is 600,000 Ghana cedis. How many CEOs get paid 600,000 Ghana cedis? You know, so it's just the way that all of us have been programmed to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and the money, the streams of money for an artist is not only from making music and being billed to perform. There's also money from creating content. There's money from YouTube. There's money from merchandise that I do.
Okay.
There's money from brand associations. So the financial streams or the income streams must be many. You must have the star, the cow, the this, the that.
Yeah.
So that when the main staple, which is the music, is not drawing the brand, something else can carry you.
Wow.
In that case, you are not too fixated on making music for purposes of survival. Else, that is not art. You are creating products.
Good stuff. I mean, this is a whole masterclass for a lot of the young artists who are listening. I think it comes with evolving as a brand as well, because now that you're almost 30 years in the business, you have the luxury of doing so many other things. I see you, like we mentioned earlier, doing Love Equation, which is a brand that's selling. You're also marketing houses.
Yes,
and
selling books. the
Okay.
Love Lockdown book,
Uh-huh.
which did well. We are selling hair, hair extensions for children, and many other things.
I'm joking on my what?
Forgive. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was joking about what's about. Well, you're a shining example for a lot of young people.
Thank you.
Young industrial people, and I'm happy that you're sharing your story and your life with people as well. Let's talk about activism, because now you've been you're known for being a vegetarian.
Yes.
You've been talking about climate action for a long time.
Yes.
As well, and green energy, going green. Tell me about these.
So I think it's part of the growth process. So I have come to realize that our concept of self has been so limited to us and our families that we will do anything against everyone or everything so that our children can go to the best schools and we can drive the best cars and live in the best house or best homes. And it's about time that we expand our concept of self. When Jesus Christ spoke about love your neighbor as yourself 2,000 years ago, at that time people were going to war. There was a lot of darkness in the world, and he brought that love at that time. And I think that 2,000 years later, the conversation should shift from love your neighbor as yourself to love your nature. It is yourself. Because for me to be able to grow, I need to take bananas and apples and this and eat it, and then I grow. Therefore, the bananas do not stand alone. They come from the soil. The soil is in a macro environment of pests, this, that, and worms and sand and nutrients. That must also be nourished. And who is eating the food man. So we need to find a way to keep the balance in nature. Otherwise, we destroy it. I have also come to see that when all human beings in the world die, this earth will be a very well-nourished place. The monkeys take better care of the earth than we do. Because we create bombs. We are, we are creating pesticides that's killing the insects and destroying microorganisms. We are destroying the earth. We are creating this global warming, which is trapping the sun's heat in our atmosphere, and not allowing it to evaporate. And then glaciers are melting, water levels are rising, and now we've seen the floods in Ghana, in the Volta region. We've seen the floods in Dubai. We've seen it in Sudan. We've seen the floods in New York. We are seeing the floods everywhere. So I think that nature is fighting back.
Okay.
And the only way we can have peace with nature is when we go back into adaptation, where we live well with it, where we try our best to lower the greed, to lower the competition, to lower the attitude that I want to get ahead, and therefore I cut all the trees and export it so that I can have money to build houses.
Okay.
So I think that because I've become so popular, if I just make music to excite people, I'm wasting the voice that God has given me. And
So
therefore,
you'd rather activate.
yes,
Okay.
I'll add my voice to the most important conversation in the world, which is climate change.
Absolutely. Now, somewhere, was it earlier this year, you were named as a part of the NPP Manifesto Committee.
Yes.
Are you still in there?
No. I didn't even join it to begin with.
Why?
Because
Are you apolitical?
completely, I want to, because one, I work with so many international agencies and organizations that demand that I am not political. So even though I know where I vote, I cannot be a part of political campaigns.
So you chose your paymasters over the country?
No. So I chose to be, what's the word? I chose to be honest. Because if I've already signed a contract that until that contract ends, I cannot be visibly be seen to be doing politics. During the tenure of that contract. I cannot be say otherwise. I'm not an honest person. So that is it. And then the second thing is that they wanted my ideas for the creative arts, which I was happy and willing to give. And I was really proud that me, who had learning disabilities as a child, I've been able to educate myself and have industry experience to the part that such an important political party wants me to give ideas. I was really, really proud. But I just didn't want it to be political. I wanted to give the ideas for purposes of performance and efficiency in my industry.
But isn't that what it was for? Isn't that what, let's say, that particular political party wanted it for? They wanted it for the creative industry, and they thought that you could contribute.
Yes, so, I could have contributed.
Because
quietly.
You had signed a contract that was paying you a lot of money, you just thought that, no, I wouldn't breach that contract.
No, it's not just about the contract. That's why I say it's about honesty. You know that in Ghana right now, if an artist like me decides to go on party left or party right, immediately, almost the 50% of the opposing party will stop listening to my music, will stop buying my boxer shorts, will stop understanding that I stand for love and light in the world. Even when I speak on climate change, they will think that I've been paid for some agenda. And I do not think that I am willing to go down that route. It's not time yet. So I didn't want the whole campaign of Okyeame Kwame is here. I want to maintain my status as the made in Ghana man.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think is crucial for, let's say, the creative arts industry that must appear in the manifestos of, say, NPP and NDC? So since you don't want to give it to just the NPP.
Yes.
Tell us. You are in the industry. You care about the industry.
I do.
What do you think should be in the manifestos of these parties?
I think that the most important thing for our industry, for music, should be GAMRO. GAMRO must be fixed. When I say GAMRO must be fixed, what I'm trying to say is that we sort of have it as a law that if you play Okyeame Kwame's music, log it, so that you pay him. Now, the radio stations, the TV stations don't pay because no one is forcing them to do it. And that's one. And two, because GAMRO has not been able to come to Joy and say that it is 1 Ghana cedi per play. Why? Because there's no law backing that. So we need to fix that policy. And then the GAMRO is not fixed because of 3 key reasons. One, because the artists that they are working for do not really care. Not all, most. Do not really care. For many, many years, I didn't care about GAMRO and their copyright conversations and their activities. And two, because the Attorney General who supervises, the Attorney General's office who supervises the GAMRO activities are not coming through for them. They think that we are a bunch of noise makers who are just shouting and fighting and dissing each other. Rapper for some musicians, so that is one. And 3, you guys, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, you guys are not helping us by coming to say, you know what, we see that musicians are suffering, therefore every time we play your music we will give 1 Ghana, and the 25% can go to GAMRO for administration, and the artist can get a 75%. And based on that, we also give you data, because every time you play an MTN ad, you give them data at the end of the month. But you use my music to draw the audience to come and listen to the ad, but I get no data.
Well, for starters, you guys don't look like you're suffering.
So that is what I think, that GAMRO must be fixed.
Okay.
And then the second thing is that there must be scholarships. There must be scholarships that are tied into tourism. So, for example, if someone goes to do a music video at Cape Coast Castle, that person must get certain tax rebates, or there must be some amounts of monies there for, say, you are doing, if you do a music video inside a heritage site, we are going to GTA or the Ministry of Tourism will give you 5,000 cedis to offset some of your costs because your video will get 3 million views and it will bring people to Ghana.
Okay.
Things like that.
I mean,
must also, let me say the last one.
Oh, there's one more.
Yes, there's one more very important one. There must also be a fund. You know that for young people of today, not just young, all people, if you are not bringing anything to the table in terms of money, you have no control over what they do. So there must be a scholarship fund for creative artists like Kwame Eugene to be able to go to Berkeley and go and learn, do production, piano, this one, and come back after 6 months to give to Legon to say that, you know what, all the top, 50 top musicians who are interested in polishing their skill can go to Legon Music and do a proficiency in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Songwriting, this, that. So the government or Ghana must become intentional about the arts.
Okay. Kwame.
Yes, through policy, through finance, and through activation.
When your contracts with these international agencies which demand that you are apolitical run out, would you get into politics?
At the right time.
Actively?
Yes, at the right time.
So it's likely that you will get into politics actively?
Yes, but what type of politics am I going? I think that no, I will get into politics. But
what types?
Yes, because
there's
partisan politics, which I think is one of the key reasons why Ghana is where it is.
Okay.
Where the whole idea of winner takes all. You know, so no matter how amazing a CEO is, once their party leave, that CEO goes, and there's no continuity. Big buildings, hospitals, you know, roads, all of them are abandoned for this one to come and start a new one just for the purposes of the party's ego. These things must stop, you know. But the key thing that I think is bedeviling our nationalism or national development is the concept of paying delegates for them to put you forward. So if I'm joining politics, that is the problem I want to solve.
Okay.
I want to solve the problem so that we get to a point where every card-holding member of a party votes for the one that wants to become an MP. Therefore, no one gets to bribe another one. Then the guy who became the assemblyman and became the DCE, that the community knows will win, and then there will be development.
So, is it Odium?
Kenton Chrono.
Yes, that was where you used to live, eh?
Yes.
Into Ukostande,
yeah, I mean, if I must not pay delegates for them to put me forward, so that I come back to say let's fight corruption when I have already started it with them, then I will go back.
That's right.
Yes, but apart from that, there's no way I can join a system that corrupts the system and tries to fix the corruption.
Okyeame Kwame on Joe FM. Charlie, great hanging out with you, man. This is so amazing.
You get it. You get me into trouble every time.
You know, and that your convertible.
Yes.
The BMW convertible.
The one attack.
Yes. Charlie, where the car is? I told you that car is for me.
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
Did you let it go?
I've not. It was gone a lot. I sold it a lot. You know, Annika didn't like it. Every time I took the hood off, she said that, oh, we are in the mood. People are looking at us, you know. So she badmouthed the car so much. It was a classic. I hope I had it by now.
It was a classic.
Yes, it was a 5 Series.
I should have bought that car.
Yes, you should have.
I wanted to buy that car.
You should have.
But I think at that time you were a guy, so you didn't want to let go.
In my white on tech campus in my convertible. I had 2 convertibles. I had that one and the Golf 3 convertible.
Right. Charlie, great hanging out with you. Thank you so much.
Charlie, thank you.
My regards to Anika and Sir
and Santi.
Absolutely. What a family you have. You're amazing. Okyeame Kwame, no competition with Kwame Eugene.